madem ndo wanaleta kutoka kwa baba.
Having protected sex is first sign of prostitution.
I actually think people share people, like you have a partner but you're also going to get other partners.
Hello, what's up? Welcome to Sauti TV. My name is Salome Njoroge, and guess what? Today we decided to hit the streets just to ask a couple of questions on what's been trending. And guess what? HIV. That is a topic that has been trending. And here with me, I have a couple of my girls, and we're going to discuss this topic just to get a little bit of what's happening, just to understand what is HIV, why we have a spike on HIV. So I'll be asking a couple of questions on the streets so that we can get the answers. So let's go. So I'm here with three beautiful girls, as you can see, and I'm going to let them introduce themselves so that we can go ahead and ask them a couple of questions on what's been trending. Hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
Stella.
Stella.
Ivy.
Ivy.
Lynette.
Lynette, so you guys had from them. So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, okay? There has been a trending story about HIV and AIDS, okay? It has been on the spike, and I believe there's a summit so that people are going to ask themselves what is happening in the country. So I'm going to ask you guys, what do you think? Ni watu hawana information about HIV? Ni watu kuwa ignorant? I'm going to start with you. What do you think?
I think people don't have information.
People don't have information. Ukisema watu hawana information unamaanisha nini? Because as in from a young age umekuwa ukifunzwa from primary. HIV, what is HIV? How is it like transferred from one person to the other? Unamaanisha nini watu hawana information?
As in when you that's not the first thing you think about. Yeah.
That's not the
like people don't talk about it much.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think people are just ignorant because they want to have fun and they don't actually think it can happen. So they put it on the side. They don't think about it much. So they're just ignorant.
So people are ignorant. People don't have the information. And what about you?
I think it's just ignorance. It's basically ignorance.
So when we're talking about ignorance, tunaongelea kuhusu nini? Is it the sexual part? Is it kutumia vitu tunatumiana ama sharing the same things? What do you think?
Okay, I actually think people share people, like you have a partner but you're also going to get other partners. So in that trend and in that game, you actually get infected and infect another person.
So do you have a partner yourself?
Yeah.
And do you guys like talk about HIV at some point?
Actually no.
See, do you have a partner?
No.
You don't have a partner. No. What about you?
No.
No. So you guys, you all have friends, right? She doesn't talk about her partner about HIV. So what do you like? Do you tell her? Do you guys talk about HIV yourselves?
Yeah, we do a lot.
You do talk about HIV. What do you talk about?
Getting tested. Yeah.
Taking protection.
Taking protection.
That's the first rule. Protection. You don't do
Na hii generation Z tunafanya hivyo. Do we like protect ourselves?
Most people don't, because they want the real thing. They want it raw, but then you forget the consequences. So
Tunaitaka raw. You had that?
raw.
Okay guys, hiyo ni nini? Anauliza raw ni nini?
As in, they want to have sex when it's raw, like raw sex. No protection. No, it's not safe.
So what if you have a boyfriend, okay? Or maybe not just your boyfriend, for her, and you guys like want to have a one night stand. You guys like even talk about, is there even time to talk about protection?
Not really, but I think, as in, you should have the protection on you. If you're gonna be with your girlfriend and you're going to be tempted, why not have it?
Na chali yangu akisema hataki protection itadu.
Hataki protection. See,
Break up or
honestly ni shauri yake because I do not want to get HIV. So either we are getting tested regularly or we're using protection. Yeah.
oh my god, we just got a guy who has joined us right now. Hey, hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
I'm Jehu.
Your?
Jehu.
Jehu.
Yeah.
So Jehu, I have my girls over here and they're saying that akiwa na chali yake aseme chali yake anamforce lazima they use protection, and like no she's forcing the guy, they use protection. You as a guy, what do you think about that?
I think protection is better.
Protection is better. You have guy friends? What do they say about protection? Do you talk about protection?
Okay, some prefer raw, others prefer protection. I think it differs from people to people.
People to people. So your conversation, your protection in a lead to HIV.
Pardon?
Sex is what has caused the spike of HIV in the country.
To youth, yes. But how ingine sidhani? Hapana.
Because tumamboni between the age of 15 to 49. So that and mostly are 15 to 24, meaning we're all in campus, probably in high school, right? So sex ndio inafanya hivyo because partying or what?
Yes, I think it's sex.
Sex.
Yeah. No. Not only, but it's the main.
It's the main cause,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we've heard it from them. Be protected while having sex, because from them it is the main cause of HIV spike in the country. Well, we get few people, will ask them questions, so stay tuned. It is Sauti TV. Back on the streets of KU, and here I have my girl. Let her introduce herself as we ask her a couple of questions on HIV.
I am Kami Maina from Kenyatta University.
So as a student at KU doing education, is that right? Is that the true information on the ground?
I don't think it's about lack of communication. I think it's all about ignorance and I think it's just about ignorance and just assuming things and praying that something does not happen when you're doing something else. Yeah. When you're having sex.
So Mukami, how old are you?
Currently I'm 20.
So it has been estimated that from the age between 15 to 24, that is where the spike of HIV is. What do you think? What's happening between the age of 15 to 24? What are we doing wrong?
I think people are not communicating. Yes, the ones who have HIV are not communicating with the ones who don't have HIV, and the ones who don't have HIV have ignorance and they are lazy to do some things, to do the protection that is required.
That is required. Do you have a boyfriend maybe? Do you have friends? Do you guys talk about... Okay, you have friends, right? They have boyfriends, right? Wanakwambiangaje your story of protection? Does it work for them?
I think some people love it raw.
So whether it's a one night stand, whether it's their real boyfriends, what happens? What do you guys talk about?
They don't talk to me about it.
They don't talk to your boyfriends, they're your friends. How can they not talk to you about, what they're doing? That is what we are all doing, right? We're being ignorant to the fact that there is HIV, that we're not using protection. What would be your advice to the young, adults out here? You being one of them.
I think people should start adopting to using protection more often and also always be prepared. You should be prepared for anything. You should also have the information about protection, any protection method you can use, and find what works for you.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. Okay, well, oh my God, we have real gentlemen over here. Okay, so I'm going to ask you a couple of questions about HIV because it has been on the trend. So I'm going to ask you, I've had a couple of girls and they were telling me that the men, their boyfriends, are insisting on not having unsafe sex. What do you guys have to say about that?
Well, I think at this age you should know that sex should be protected. Unprotected sex, it's actually unsafe. Diseases and unwanted pregnancy. So those people who are saying that they want to have unprotected sex, it's it's not logic. It's irrational. Yes.
Yes, for me, I have to say, at this age, if, for example, myself, I get contacted with HIV, it's my decisions, but I don't think it's something that is applicable because we have been given information and we have the details. So I don't think it's applicable for us. For me, we have the information. Some try to ignore it. I don't know for whatever reason they have, but for me, I choose to have protected sex. Yes.
Okay, first and foremost, we have been hearing about HIV. It's not the first time. So we have been taught the preventive measures to take. And I think first and foremost, having protected sex is first sign of what can we say, prostitution. Because if you actually have one partner, why should you use protection? Yes, to have one partner. You are only going to use that if you are not sure maybe your partner is going outside the relationship. Actually, yes, protection should be used in some certain conditions. Let's say when you want to prevent pregnancy, when you are preventing and protected unwanted pregnancy. But when it comes to matters of HIV, also it should be used, but now it depends in what domain, because your girlfriend whom you have been trusting for 5 years, why should you use protection? It's not logical. Yeah.
So do you guys have partners yourselves?
Yes, I do.
I also have one.
You also have one. Why?
Only
What's the number? What number of girlfriends are you supposed to have?
only one.
Do you yourself have a girlfriend?
No, I'm single.
Okay, you're single and you know so much about this. So do you guys like talk to your girlfriends about? Okay.
Maybe I'm single at the moment, but I used to have one earlier.
Mliachana. Okay. This is a very, very interesting conversation. So when you guys are having sex, because obviously that is, it's obvious. Do you guys talk about maybe let us use condoms, or what is the conversation?
Conversation during sex.
During sex. Oh.
Or about that. Yeah. Well, we usually actually use protection because of that, preventing unwanted pregnancy. Yeah, because me and my girlfriend. Yeah, because we know our status.
You know your status.
Yeah, we went and got tested.
That's new.
Yes, well, sex is not something that you do yourself. You have to do your partner. So there is consensus. You have to agree and come to an agreement on what to use. No. What am I trying to say? Because for you to use protective, you have to agree, both of you. Yes.
Okay, all right. You guys heard it from the gentlemen themselves. I'm going to ask this one specifically because wameachana na girlfriend yake. Na si kitu mbaya. Amesema you can have your girlfriend for 5 years. Na you have to know them, and it's not a must you use protected sex when you have your girlfriend for 5 years. Na mimi nataka kumuuliza hiyo swali, anamwamini ama hamwamini? What do you think about that?
Okay, your partner is somebody whom you trust. You share ideologies, you share common understanding. So basically, at the beginning of the relationship, yes, you must protect yourself because it is that moment then you are trying to know one another. But after staying in that relationship, let's say for some months or years, it's advisable so that you go to the nearest VCT so that you can get tested. Then from there, now you can proceed with doing things unprotected. But anyway, it's important that you trust one another in a relationship because
okay, let me cut you. Do you think like there's trust in this generation? Generation Z, tuna trust yana kweli? Kuna kitu kama trust ina exist?
Yeah, in some relationship, yes. Yeah, they do.
For me, I don't think it exists. And if it exists, it's just 10% out of 100%. Yes.
Say that you believe there's trust?
Me, I cannot do generalization, but I used to trust my lady, and I still trust the one I'll be meeting. So I cannot generalize. Actually, I cannot say that there is no trust. I have to speak out of previous experience. Yeah.
Oh yeah, all right, guys. I think that was a very, very wonderful very, very wonderful conversation with this gentleman. Thank you guys for your time. Thank you. Hi guys, how are you? Mafreshi barida, mnaka vizuri. Sawa, unaitwa nani?
Naitwa Shadi. Mimi ni student hapa KU. Mimi nasomea education.
Yo, mimi naitwa Slice. Yo.
Jina yako?
Hiyo ndo jina yangu.
Na slice.
Vibaya sana.
Unaitwa nani?
Anaitwa Kanyolo.
Kanyolo. Kanyolo inamaanisha nini?
Ni jina yangu ya kwa
Oh my god, that's jina yangu. Unanipima wewe. Sasa nataka kuuliza swali. Juu nimekuwa nikiuliza wasee na ni issue na trend. Imekuwa over in time tumekuwa tukidiscuss. So ni kuhusu tu HIV. Sijui kama unaweza nini hizo. Why are you giving me the faces? Why are you looking at each other? So I'm going to ask you guys. Najua mmeona ina trend. Mmeona there's a new spike on HIV cases in the country. Mostly between the age of 18 to 24. But it's ina cut across 18 to 49. So nyinyi mnafikiria ni nini na happen in country yetu? Mbona tuko na hii cases mob ya HIV? Na venye tumetry kufight HIV iende to zero.
No, mimi naona tu ni juu ni mavijana wanapenda usherati. Alafu najua sasa madem ndo wanaleta kutoka kwa baba.
Had a couple of girls over here.
Sisi tuko sawa, si maboy. Sawa wao ndo wanatuletea.
Okay, what unafikiria?
So hadi mimi naweza msupport juu most probably madem ndo analeta hii stuff juu unaona vijana kama sisi tuko broke. Acha mtu broke So kama uko broke huwezi roll na dem yote. Yaani si rahisi kupata dem. So una stay too safe kama wewe ni kijana so uko broke una job una stay safe. So madem anaenda huko nje wa babas mazee. Then say for example kuja wangukie dem na ako nayo. Sasa ni hivyo story inaenda hivyo.
Mimi naweza sema kivyangu naweza sema ni peer influence pia. Tunacheki Zisi kuinfluensiwa unajua sasa wewe kama uko na best na ni best yako nataka nimwambie jana nimekuwa mechi ilikuwa hivi na hivi alafu kesho mimi best yangu juu mimi umeniinfluence unaniambia nijaribu so in that process unapata mwenye unaenda kujaribu na yeye maybe ako na hiyo HIV.
So unajaribu mwenye pia yeye amejaribu.
Si unajua huwezi jua mwenye utapatana na yeye. As in girl to girl alafu boy to boy unacheki
So basi okay, there's this question of nimekuwa nikiuliza wakaniambia most of them wanaona unprotected sex ndio inafanya tuko na HIV. So me want to ask you guys, do you guys like have safe sex?
Yeah, obvious.
I hate an obvious question to answer.
Okay, unajua sasa kuna ule mse unamshuku.
So unapima na macho tu.
Kiplani.
So for me I'm still a virgin as in like yeah so siwezi relate na kwa nimechill.
Mimi kivyangu naweza sema
do you have protected sex yourself?
Kama ni kwa protected sex tuna have na mwenye azia tuseme tu hakuna mwenye una have to unprotected sex na ule mmoja unacheki basi kama uko na wengine ukienda nje unajichunga juu uko nje ujui kenye utapata si ndio?
So uko na mama na bado unaenda huko nje?
Mimi nimejiongelea kivyangu niko na mama si ndio but mimi niko na mama ni unprotected na tuko but so unacheki kama mseka huyu ama huyu sidemo wanaendanga but kama wanaendanga
Hapana.
Hebu niulize, nyinyi mkiwa kama boys, mnakuanga na hii conversation? Hii conversation ya manze lazima tufanye hivi.
All the time yani ukiona tu boys wametulia kama si ngoma ana discuss then ni madem tu stories za madem na venye wanachapa hii mahali. Hivyo tu.
Unaongelea story ya safe sex?
Unajua lazima nimwokolee kajamaa kabro. Namwambia hapo manze hiyo mali. Huwa atakuua hiyo stuff tunaongelea kama bro.
Mnapimanga na nini ndo mzee? Lazima kienda na yeye na safe sex.
Sasa ndo nimekushow. Unamwanga yani kuna ile tu unashuku tu.
Unapima na dressing code ama wenye tu anakaa tu?
Hiyo ni tricky lakini
sana kama dem amekonda excess Ogopa. Kama amekonda.
Hawezi jua mwenye ako nao na mwenye
Lakini
hana.
as in like red flag ni mwenye amekonda. Red flag.
Wenye amekonda si ni petite.
Sikuna kukonda na petite bwana.
Lakini si tunaonanga wasi wenye wabigi ndo wanakuanga nini? Wanakuanga sana sana, most of them have HIV.
Nani?
Watu wabigi.
Oh yeah, but as in like a red flag to me, dem amekonda sana ile excess.
Dem amekonda sana. Do you guys like get tested? Have you ever been tested for HIV? When was the last time you guys ever, got tested?
Mimi mara mwisho ilikuwa 1st December hapa tu.
Yeah, kulikuwa na World International HIV AIDS Day. So that's when we got tested. Hapa tu shule. Ilikuwa tu like 1st December. Then pia tulikuwa ambassadors wa HIV na tulikuwa tunapeana free kiss condoms. Yeah, as in like who support to protected sex.
Nilipimwa. Tulikuwa tu hiyo time.
Si kwa
hiyo deck. Si kwa mbogi.
Okay, that is nice. I am happy for you guys. So mnaweza taka kuambia nini mavijana wenzenu?
Manze, uko nje ni kunoma manze. We stick tu na huo moja. Mwenye uko sure hata unaweza mwambia tuende tukapime.
Stories za unprotected sex mwachane nazo. Vijana wafocus na kuomoka. Hustle maze, kuomoka je.
Mimi kwanza naweza ambia under 18 manze we abstain manze saa. Alafu we yao kwa kampo. We tulia tu na mama mmoja juu ukienda huko nje kuanya manze takuzika mapema tu.
Tutakuzika mapema. Okay, you guys heard it from the boys themselves. Wanasema wao ndo wanakuanga safe. Sisi madem ndo tunaletanga. Mimi sijui mtasema nini. Just comment right down below you guys. It can be another conversation at another time. Well, this has been Sauti TV and this guys say something, say bye.
Yo, tuchikiane maze next time.
Okay, thank you so much.
Kamna kinini.
Okay guys, see you then.